Hello, welcome back to another Dreamlight Valley video. This is the third and final ever of this series, probably, hopefully, speedrunning some quest video. As you can see, we start right out to the video with getting the Forgotten Lands. It's so close to Halloween. I wanted the Forgotten Lands. I wanted to get it opened up. I wanted to get the final story started. I wanted to get all the spooktacular Halloweeny vibey fall stuff going, and that's exactly what I did first. Here you will see me take a little trip around the Forgotten Lands to show it off a little bit. So kind of the main going-ons of this video, that was a weird way to say that, but the things we're doing in this video basically are just opening up the Forgotten Lands. I don't know if I stopped recording to clean up the Forgotten Lands or not. You might see it later on in this video cleaned up, but I do have a video basically of redecorating, cleaning up the Forgotten Lands fairly early on, even though, again, I did not get the quest from Scrooge yet to do so, just simply because I was having a hard time navigating. And because I was having a hard time navigating, I actually stumbled upon a second path into the other part of the Sunlit Plateau that at the point of recording this, I didn't realize was there. And so I kind of cheated a little bit and was able to go down into that second half of the Sunlit Plateau. And that brings me to the next thing. The bulk of this particular video is going to be me rushing through at least one quest each with Scar and Elsa, because I wanted the shovel and the pickaxe upgraded. I think somewhere, oh, maybe also we finished the one with Merlin too, to upgrade the watering can. So I think we take care of all three in this one so that we can get access to the whole of the Sunlit Plateau, the whole of the Frosted Heights, and the whole of the Glade of Trust. So every biome that we have in Dreamlight Valley right now, I, in this video, work towards opening them all completely 100% up. But do we make it by the end of the video? I don't know. You'll have to stick around and find out. So here I am, basically just wandering around, picking things up. I got another forgotten memory, I guess is what these ones are. I plan on doing a live stream right around Halloween where I go through all the memories that I've picked up and all of the collections that I've unlocked, gotten items for, that kind of stuff. Basically, we'll go through that entire menu area under collections during a live stream at some point so that you can see this is what I have, this is what I've unlocked for us, and this is the point we're at in the game right now. But yeah, I'm just kind of wandering around, picking stuff up, getting some chests, getting some new clothes and things. Not too terribly much. I think I do a little bit of mining, maybe, and getting rid of night thorns and harvesting stuff. Basically, I'm just looking around, really. If I come across chest or something, I think I do gather a lot of the flowers at some point, maybe not on camera. But at some point I do go back and I think I grab pretty much all of the flowers. But I'm just exploring, looking around the new biome that I have and taking it all in. I recorded this in very, very early October. And my thought process was, again, like the other stuff, let's get access to this stuff quickly, let's get in here so that I can get some or most of the Halloween related stuff and the main part of the story done in plenty of time, because I was very, very sick. I was going very slowly at everything. Plus, well, we weren't homeschooling at the time because we were just too sick to focus on school. I did not have the brain capacity for it, and my daughter couldn't even barely get out of bed most of the time. So we weren't homeschooling at the time, but even just recording these like speed running quest videos that I record took a lot out of me. So I forgot what I was saying now. I basically wanted to get through as much as I could as possible as quickly. Does that make sense? So that was the idea, and we're just continuing to explore the Forgotten Lands here. I thought I would leave all of this in and go slow with it, so that if you've never seen it before or you've never really seen any videos or explored it fully yourself, you get a feel for what it looks like before I clean it up, because most of the other biomes I played in for quite a while each before I cleaned them up. And this one I was planning on opening up, cleaning up immediately, and then getting on to the Forgotten story and all of those things as quickly as possible. And so I just wanted to give a full, thorough look around. And this is the fairy godmother's house, the pumpkin. I'm thinking of moving this to the meadow though, with a pumpkin patch. As you saw earlier, I got Goofy's stall going, and I was able to get pumpkin seeds. And so now I have a massive, massive pumpkin farm going in the meadow near Merlin's house right now. So we're gonna have some editing to do to the meadow, because once we get the story done for the Forgotten and all that kind of stuff, I want to move the fairy godmother's house down there, and that's going to require some moving of stuff around. So there you have it. There is the Forgotten Lands. And then here I am putting on a sort of makeshift Winifred Sanders costume that I made. At this point, I had already unlocked several things in the event. I rapidly went through a bunch of the mini event quest things to get as many points as I could as quickly as I could, and I got that hair, and so I put the only green dress on that I had and Winifred Sanderson. I was doing the haunted holiday event, like duties or mini quest or whatever, and somehow I unlocked a regular Dreamlight Village quest where I got that Mickey head pumpkin. I don't even remember when, how, or where it happened. Also, here's the pumpkin patch that I started. It started out very small next to Merlin's house, but here's that pumpkin patch. Okay, so now on to the quests. Now let's get the Merlin one done. First, I need falling water and I need an ice heart. Now the ice heart, it took me a while to figure out the ice heart. But shortly after that last speedrunning video I did with the quests, I did figure it out. I kind of knew it had something to do with waterfalls. I just didn't know which waterfall. So I had to go around kind of looking at all the different areas that had waterfalls. And then once I went to each of the different waterfalls, I found it here in the Glade of Trust, this sparkly area in the water. You interact with it and you get a vial of falling water. At some point during all of this, I realized that the ice heart thing was this purified shard looking seed that I needed to plant and grow. So that is what I'm doing here. I'm taking it outside. I've already dug the hole. Does it need the hole? I think it does. Yeah, okay. So then I planted in the hole I already dug. I didn't know if I was supposed to water it or not, and I don't know why, but I just kept watering it to see what would happen. And it grew. Like, it went from its initial state to now this second grown state. And I'll be honest, I thought I messed it up. But it turns out that watering it a couple of times made it so that I could harvest it already. It was really weird. So then I bring the items back to Merlin and we have a quick little conversation, and he basically says, there, your watering can is upgraded. Now go to the Glade of Trust and use it on the giant mushrooms blocking your path to the second part of the Glade of Trust. So that is what I did. I went over. Actually, the first thing I did was go and get rid of these mushrooms, which have been bothering me since very early on in the game, and I was glad to see them go. Then I went down to the Glade of Trust. I opened up my moonstone chest for the day, which is always a welcome little surprise, and I finally got rid of the mushrooms blocking the path. I can't tell you how happy this made me to do that. I did it there, and then I did it over on the other side, blocking, is it a bridge over there, or is it another rocky path? I can't remember now. I don't know why. I've spent so much time in this game and still I managed to forget things about it. It's a bridge. Okay. So then I get rid of these, and I don't know if I stop here to clean up the glade. Again, like the Forgotten Lands, the rest of this video may include a cleaned up glade. I don't really remember if I stopped recording the quest video to clean up the glade and or the Forgotten Lands or not. But at some point, I do both of those. And so the next two videos after this is the cleaning up and semi-decorating of the glade and the Forgotten Lands, and that is one of my most prized new possessions in the game. I love that fireplace and I can't wait to use it. So then I run back to Merlin really quick to tell him I am completed with the quest. We are, I guess, finished with Merlin. We're at level 10 with him. As far as I know right now, we do not have any more quests with him. And we got our final reward for leveling his friendship up to 10, which is the wizard's hat, which you saw right there, and our watering can upgraded, so that's pretty awesome. I must have actually started this in the last video, though I don't remember anymore if I did or not. But I'm making a potion thingy that Elsa wanted me to make to upgrade the pickaxe so that we could take out the ice chunks. So that's what I did. After that, I ran to give Elsa the potion, which I think she just turns around and gives to me, or she pours on the pickaxe herself or something. I don't remember. She asked to see it. We give it to her. It feels very warm. It makes the pickaxe hot, basically, which I guess is supposed to sort of melt the ice. And so she puts it on the pickaxe, and now we can go break the ice chunk. After that, we ran over to the ice cave where I was able to break these smaller ice chunk things. But as I quickly found out, I could not yet break the big ones, which was really frustrating. we will have to do some more quests with Elsa to get the pickaxe upgraded yet again to break the bigger ice chunks. But for now, I was able to get us access to the ice cave. So I'm gonna kind of let this one play out at normal speed. We entered the cave and I cleaned up a lot. I got rid of the night thorns. I opened the chest, that kind of stuff. I went around cleaning stuff up, and then I guess at some point I talked to her or something. No, I think the goal here is to clean up, but that's why I was cleaning up. Because the actual goal, if you see there, is to clean up the ice cave and get access all the way back, I guess. But anyways, the reason why I want to kind of let this one play out a little bit is because some of Elsa's stories are really endearing, and if I wouldn't have been so far behind everybody else, despite starting this game right when it came out, basically, and I didn't feel the pressure to get caught up, we might have been able to spend a lot more time with this stuff and really appreciated it more. So I kind of wanted to take the minute to appreciate this a little bit more. So I cleaned up the ice chunks that were blocking the pathway back, and Elsa says, "This place, the ice sculpture at the entrance, it's Anna and me. Everything here looks so familiar." And the sound, it's coming from the other side of this chasm. I hear it too. Any idea how to reach the other side? But if I fall in, I'll lose one of my 3 lives. I think that's the one I pick. I don't know. You're taking too long, JSimLady. There we go. I feel the foundation of an ice bridge under our feet. Come on. Let me use my magic. And then she uses her magic to build a little ice bridge, which is kind of cool looking. I'm not going to lie. I kind of like that bridge. And then I further break some ice and clean up some stuff. And we have yet another memory here to look at, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a memory. Sometimes when I pick up these memory balls, they just turn into star coins. I'm not sure why. The secret's to be found inside this cavern of ice. I can feel it. If only I knew someone who could shape ice and snow. Well, there are secrets to be found in this ice cavern. I read it wrong the first time, sorry. So then I just kind of clean up a little bit of the night thorns and stuff. I really wanted that chest. I think I even walk over there a couple of times and try to break it, just hoping maybe it would let me break it. And then I saw the sparkly blue diamond on the floor and I tried to pick it up, but my inventory was full yet again. One day I will learn to clean my inventory out before I do these things, but apparently not on this day. So I go and I pick the little blue diamond thing up, and that triggers me to talk to Elsa again. So I go do that. The sound is coming from I missed it. It's so familiar. I can almost remember. Dot, 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 dot. How long do we wait here? Come on, JSimLady. The wall. It fits into that space on the wall over there. It does indeed. Let's go over and look. Maybe? Yes? Oh, I think I was confused at what she meant by it fits into the space on the wall. I didn't realize that was there at first. But then I'm like, oh, it goes here. So I put it there. And I go back and talk to her again. The sound is just a whisper now. There's so much mystery to unravel here. The strange sound, the puzzle on the wall, those pedestals, this odd icy chest. Something tells me we'll need to find more of those crests if we're going to fully understand this. And she is not wrong. Thank you for your help, JSimLady. I know we'll find the answers together. So does this end the quest? Yeah, okay, so this ends the quest where we get to break the smaller ice chunks. So I'm gonna be honest, that's what I did at this point. I went around breaking all the small little ice chunks in Dazzle Beach and Frosted Heights. Having upgraded the pickaxe enough to get rid of the smaller ice chunks, I decided to go focus on Scar, and at some point we had a quest going with him already. I don't remember triggering the quest. I remember the quest itself, though. Hopefully it made it into one of the videos, but basically Scar won't talk to us to upgrade the shovel, which is what this quest is, because we have ugly clothing. And he wants us to have a nicer coat. So he tells us to basically ask some, high fashion, high maintenance, whatever person in the valley to make us a very fashionable coat. And I guess the person for that was Mother Gothel. I'll be honest with you, my first thought was Scrooge, but I guess villains stick together? I don't know. So we went to Mother Gothel, and of course, she needed a bunch of items to make us a coat. I had enough of everything else. Well, most everything else, but the fiber was easy to create once I knew I needed that. The thing that I didn't have any of was fabric, and I didn't know how to make fabric either, so I had to look it up. And you need a bunch of cotton. So I had to go buy a bunch of cotton seeds because I only had one cotton at this point. So I had to go buy a bunch of cotton seeds and grow a bunch of cotton, only to realize that I needed to do it a second time because I didn't plant enough the first time. So I planted a bunch of cotton, I harvested it all. It took me a couple of days for it all to grow. While I waited for it to grow, I did go and work on other stuff. So I spent some time leveling up my friendship with Elsa while I waited for that cotton to grow so that I could get the next quest. At the time I was recording this, I assumed that the next quest would get us another upgrade to our pickaxe, but now I'm thinking it's more like probably Merlin, and this next quest might not get us the upgrade to the pickaxe after all. So, oops. I didn't even think about that until I started recording this voiceover. Like, at all. It never occurred to me that that would be a possibility until I started this voiceover. So this quest is that Elsa is feeling lonely, left out, homesick, maybe homesick is the one, and she wants us to cook her some foods from home. And so we get to unlock a couple of fun new recipes, which you will see. So I gathered the ingredients that Elsa wanted for, was this the dandelion syrup? I think this might have been the dandelion syrup. Yeah, okay. So I gathered those ingredients and I gave them to Elsa, and she's like, yay, great, I have the ingredients, now I can make... Yes. What did she need to make with the syrup again? I forget. Was it the pickled herring? I think it might have been the pickled herring that she needed the dandelion syrup for, because pickled herring is pickled, you need vinegar. There's no vinegar in this game, so you have to make up your own thing, and dandelion syrup seems like the thing you would need, I guess. I don't know, but it was pickled herring, and then she needed a glittering herring from the Glade of Trust, which took me a while to get. Soon. I will tell you that. While I waited for it to rain so I could get the glittering herring, I had finally grown enough cotton. I thought now would be a good time to go ahead and make that fabric, and we unlocked so many recipes for so many new items. I can't wait to make some of these, like the scarecrow and the Christmas tree and the snowman at Christmas time. That's gonna be so exciting. So I take all of the items to Mother Gothel, including the 2 gems that she asked for. And she's like, these are just for my jewelry box. And I'm like, what? That's rude. And she's like, hey, you can't expect something for nothing. Consider this payment for my services. And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. Well, I guess that kind of makes sense. And then we were able to get the ugly coat from her and put it on so that we could go talk to Scar again. So Scar's basically like, that wasn't so bad, you were able to do it just fine, you look good. But the reason I'm actually in such a horrible mood is that I am starving. There is no food in the Sunlit Plateau, especially since I don't have access to the entire plateau. It's basically cut in half by all these bones everywhere. I don't know if he tells us that part right here, but he says that essentially he just doesn't have enough food available to him, and Donald and Scrooge are starting to look appetizing, and so would we basically get him some food as the next part of the quest. We tell him that we will go get him some food with the help of Remy, so that's what we do. We run over to talk to Remy about making Scar some food. Like, it has to be good, it has to be like expensive, high quality food, but it's also got to be really filling, like a lot of food. And Remy comes up with a plan for, I think, a couple of different types of sushi and a cake, I guess. I'm in charge of doing the 2 different types of sushi, and Remy is going to make the cake. I think the underlying threat here is that if we don't feed Scar soon, he's going to start eating villagers. So I go back home and I make the 2 sushis. I take them back to Remy. I give them to him. He has made his cake at this point, and so we go together to give the stuff to Scar. Scar says the 2 types of sushi are actually not bad. He's had better food, but they're pretty good anyways. But the cake is disgusting, and he tells Remy to never make him anything like that again. And then the quest ends, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is not the one that's gonna upgrade my shovel. Got it. This is just a regular friendship quest. So I spent a little bit of time leveling up my friendship with Scar so I could get to the next quest really quickly. And I was hoping the next one would be the one that gave us the shovel upgrade. And I was fairly certain I was not going to be disappointed this time, because he talks about the bones littering his land and cutting the Sunlit Plateau in half. So this is definitely more specific to what we needed to get our shovel upgraded, and I was super happy with that, so I got right to work on it. So he sends me off to talk to Scrooge about something. I get there and I see, oh, the Glade of Trust. Let's go ahead and get that started since I have full access to the Glade now. So I took care of that, got that started, and then I did the Broken Bones quest. Which basically is just me asking for help upgrading my shovel, and or asking for the mold or something to upgrade my shovel, and he says, here, you can have the mold, but I don't like Scar. I don't think you should get involved with him. This is all I'm doing for you. You'll have to talk to Scar about the rest. So that's what I did. I ran back to Scar's house, hoping he hadn't fallen asleep yet, because that would have been my luck at this point. It was kind of late-ish at night. And they do sleep sometimes. Mostly, I've only ever seen Remy and Vanellope sleep, but Vanellope sleeps during the day and Remy at night. But anyways, that's beside the point of this quest. I tell Scar I have a mold for the shovel. What do I need to fill it up with to make my shovel stronger, to get rid of the bones? And basically, I think he says dry wood and iron ingots is what I need to make a better, stronger shovel upgrade. And so then I need to go get those and combine them with the mold, and that will upgrade my shovel. Oh, and lion's claws. I forgot about that. It took me a good long time to find all the lion's claws. I was afraid maybe they would end up on the other side of the split in half plateau, but then I remembered the whole point of these quests was to eventually get to the other side of the plateau. So why would it put them on the other side? So I walked back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. At one point, I found one in a place I wasn't expecting, but I don't remember where that was at. If it was maybe up in the Forgotten Lands. But anyways, that's what I did. I went and got all the claws first. Once I had all of the pieces, I ran back to my crafting bench, and I put all of those pieces together with the mold, and I made a shovel upgrade. Apparently I had to get some iron first, and then I left, and then I had to go back into the menu. So then I was able to get the upgrade. I then had to go and dig up five of the small bones, but again, only the small ones, not the big ones, so we couldn't get access to the other part of the Sunlit Plateau. We went back and told this to Scar. We were able to get the little ones, but not the big ones, and he's like, I'm surrounded by fools. I can't believe, well, actually, JSimLady, you're only half a fool. You got half the job done. And so now we gotta level up our friendship with him again. But again, like Elsa, I assumed that the next quest would get us another upgrade to our shovel, and now that I'm doing this voiceover and looking through all of this stuff, I'm not so sure the next quest is going to get us that shovel upgrade. Oop. Finally, after waiting several hours, if not into the next day, it finally started raining. The first time ever in my valley it didn't rain every 5 minutes. But anyways, it finally started raining. I was able to go fishing in the Glade of Trust. It took a few minutes. I fished all the different spots until I finally found the spot that had the glittering herring. I don't know if it's a specific spot or if you just have to get lucky and fish it up at some random point, but I got it finally. Next, I run to Remy's as fast as I can. I make the Arendelle fish pie, and then I go to give it to Elsa, not realizing that another part of the quest popped up telling me to then go make the pickled herring. I had already made the pickled herring, so I had to run back to my house, grab it really quick, and then come back and give Elsa both the pie and the pickled herring, to which another part of the quest opened up, and so then we had to run off and do that. It turns out she has a secret chest buried near the ice cave, and the secret chest is full of pickled herring that the two of us had made before the forgetting. She gives me a jar, she keeps a jar for herself, and then she says, there's something else that we need to do. Let's go inside the cave. We go inside the cave, and I am supposed to pick up the purple, I think, purple crest. It's those little diamond shapes. And so I pick up the purple crest. I almost forgot what it was called for a second. And put it in the wall door thing. And then that finished this quest. So no more upgrades to the pickaxe. At this point, I need to level up friendships more with Scar and with Elsa, which is going to take me a while, and it might not even be the next couple of quests that give us further upgrades on our shovel and pickaxe. I don't know. I guess we're going to have to find out together. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I promise you, this is the last speedrun questing video. I will not do any more speedrun questing videos. If I have to, get out of the way, Mother Gothel. I will record one quest through completion, edit it really quick, upload it, and I will keep doing that as I get through quests. But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.